welcome back to Moonborn, and I know I'm on a random ad, but when this ad plays sometimes in the Romance Club app, it comes with this really cool song called Come Through, I think by Jeremy somebody. I don't know, but I fell in love with that song and they just played again. And every time it plays, I'm just sitting here like singing along. I'm being ridiculous, dude. Oh my gosh, okay. Let's go ahead and do some more Moonborn. I'm finally at a new place. So I really don't think I played this chapter at all. No, this doesn't look familiar at all. So I'm finally in a new place. Okay. So I don't know what happens. I don't even vaguely know what happens from here on out. So we'll see what's going on. Chapter 3. The Ash. Where exactly are we going to start looking for them? We'll start with the streets most suited for hunting. They reached Charles Bridge. How's that gonna help? Since the other vampires can't hunt around Old Town, it's safe to assume that the Ash are keeping a close eye on the district, guarding him. So we're gonna walk around in hopes of catching the guard? Correct. And we'll try not to get noticed by him in the process. Oh. As if mocking the cloudy sky, streetlights were reflecting in the waters of the Vltava. This is a very long bridge. It is 520 meters. Victor, can you tell me about all the Europe sites? He will be talking for a while. Oh, he said, what can't you tell me? Okay, yeah, that probably is a much shorter list. He smiled. I mostly know the main ones. This place, for instance, is not only the visiting card of the Czech Republic, but also one of the most beautiful pedestrian bridges in the world. I'll have to read about it later. Well, let's just ask him what he knows. It is 9.5 meters wide, supported by 16 arches. It was formerly known as the Prague Bridge and was renamed in the year 1870 in the honor of Charles IV. According to the legend, he laid the first stone and the bridge was built in the 15th century. This used to be part of what was known as the King's Road, which was used by rulers to attend coronations. And judging by the number of people at this later time, it's very popular among tourists. Without a doubt. Camera flashes were omnipresent along with foreign speech. Nobody even suspects what kind of creatures may be walking right beside them. Okay. It's an interesting time. I think it's been a minute since we just sat down and just kind of had a casual conversation with Victor, I feel like. Since we're not romancing him. Or we're finding out quite a bit about him. Even without him really talking about himself, we're finding out quite a bit about him lately. Soon enough, they were walking along narrow alleyways. Most of the citizens and guests of Prague preferred the better lit areas. It was quiet, hardly a soul around. A group of cheerful young people passed by, their laughter fading around the corner. Behind another turn, Mia heard a whimper. It must be the Ashgar hunting. Mia? She put her finger to her lips and said, Hush. Are you sorry, dude? Look, I should wait? Because I'm worried about the victim. However, we're trying to catch this person. Worried about the victim. Then she heard a stifled scream filled with terror and pain. I'm so sorry, lady. Victor whispered into your ear. Mia, what do you think you're doing? I'm trying to be patient, but I can't. Victor, we need to help. The vampire looks surprised. I'm not sure I understand you. What don't you understand? Someone is getting murdered there and we're just idly standing around. It's disgusting. Wait, they're making love over there. Out on the street? Yes. It seemed the couple wanted some new experiences. It happens. Oh. Well, I'm kind of glad we didn't run in there then. Oh god, that would have been awkward. As if there's no better place to. If your curiosity is sated, shall we go on? Uh-huh. This seems like a perfect spot. No witnesses. Mia had no trouble telling apart locals from tourists and the passers-by. The latter were actively looking around and taking pictures in front of every pretty house they came across. I wonder how many people disappear without a trace in this town. Taking a few turns, they came upon an intersection. You could pretty much say that about most towns, so to be fair. Where should we look first? A narrow street, dark alley, main street. Keep down this road. I kind of feel like we should probably branch off. And they could probably most likely be hunting if we go in the dark somewhere. It's because we're looking for them hunting, so they shouldn't be on the main street. I don't know. And the street we're on said that there was tourists we could see visually in front of us, so it might not be the safest, the best bet to stay here. Let's try the dark alleyway. The surrounding darkness wasn't hindering Victor one bit. He was able to navigate perfectly. Like, I feel like a little bit better, like, if I was investigating on my own, I might have tried the narrow street first before diving into a dark alleyway, because I have Victor with me, I'm honestly feeling a lot safe. Like, and maybe I should be, but I'm feeling pretty safe because I trust Victor. Surrounding darkness wasn't hindering Victor one bit. That way, I read that. Okay, moving on. His eyes are those of a night predator. They have long since adapted to the lack of light. Soon enough, the same will happen to mine. I rarely go out and sleep during the day more often. Yeah, it's a dead end. Okay, narrow street. They had been walking around the area for a few hours when Victor suddenly grabbed Mia by the hand and whispered, "Ooh, that sounds promising." Hold on. She followed his gaze. A young man was headed their way. Judging by the bag and the camera hanging around his neck, he was obviously a tourist. There was, however, someone else who was walking behind him. From where she was standing, Mia was unable to tell whether it was a vampire. However, Victor confidently said, "Let's go." Hiding behind the corner of the nearest alleyway, he pulled her in as well and carefully picked out. Is he hunting? I'm not sure. Could be that he's keeping an eye out in case anyone else is hunting. The tourist went past the alleyway to the two of them were hiding in. I keep feeling like I shouldn't just go rushing out. We need information, and I can't do that by being a superhero. But I also feel like one of these times, they're testing me. Like the first time, it was wrong to intervene. But the second time, you're supposed to intervene. But I've already done it now. It's a foreign town with different laws. Even if I save this guy, what's stopping them from killing someone tomorrow? The tourists walked by, and soon after, so did the stranger. Victor and Mia went after them, keeping their distance. I hope I won't have to witness a murder. Trying to control her emotions, Mia took a few deep breaths. Victor noticed and nodded reassuringly. This choice affected your relationship with Victor. Oh, if we had, like, run off half-cocked? I don't think he would have liked that. Don't worry, I'm doing things the way you want it. We're staying out of sight. Okay, yeah, I didn't think about it that way also. It didn't take long. The tourist safely made it to the main street and the vampire turned back. Okay, well good. Twice now, I'm glad we didn't intervene. I think that worked out for us. It didn't look like he was trying to hunt him. I think he was making sure... Maybe he was like protecting him? Actually? Phew, he's an observer. Letting the stranger pass by, the two of them continued following him. I can't imagine how I'd be able to do all of this by myself. I'm glad I don't have to. Victor is confident enough to let the ash go out of sight and keep track of him only via sound. I wonder which of Victor's senses is the sharpest. Around the corner, they saw the guard enter a shop. The lights are out. It's not a 24-hour store. That's for the better. We won't bother any customers then. looking at that thing like I'm congested. Oh, I'm trouble breathing. Ah, whew. Okay, coming closer, Mia read the sign. Yeah, I read it. I didn't understand it. 1783. Should I like write this down? Why are they putting this in my face? I'll tell you what. Let's at least get a screen cap of it and go from there. And below that, the same in English. Bookshop, founded in 1783. Well, they could have started with that. But the clan had just moved to Prague a few years ago. A faint light flickered inside. Victor knocked. There was no response. He knocked again, this time louder. The doorbell rang as the door opened. The familiar vampire was standing in the doorway. The shop is closed, mister. The working hours are indicated. He stopped mid-sentence when he understood who was standing before him. Good evening. From inside the shop, someone said, Kaspar? Is it the tourist again? Kaspar grimaced. No, much worse. I apologize. There's a reason for this shameless intrusion. You don't belong here. Old town is closed to outsiders. Who decided that? The Ash did. He's clarifying to find out for certain. I imagine you knew about that. Yes, I did, but we have business with the clan. Intentionally ignored the prohibition? Mentioned us in the presence of a mortal? We've got some very serious business with the clan, and it involves many vampires. Shall we continue talking here, or... The resentment on his face changed into doubt. He pondered for a bit and said, Come in. Okay, well, we're through the door. Another vampire appeared behind the counter. Only known as Ash. Oh, and he gave the other guy away because... So the other guy should have been named Ash too, because that's what they're all supposed to be named. But he gave him away because he called his name from the back. So we know his real name. So this guy's name is not Ash, but we'll figure it out. What the hell? Who are you? My last name is Van Arndt. Staying behind Victor's back, Mia decided to stay quiet. We respect the fact that Ash wants to refrain from contact with others and wouldn't trouble you with anything trivial. He paused. Oh, you've come to the right place. We're both Ash. And we absolutely hate visitors. What do you want? I have reason to believe the details of the problem may be a secret matter. Perhaps not all the members of the clan are informed. What, infirmed? What the hell is I say? We need to meet with your leader. He only talks to mortals before feeding. I doubt your companion would like to become the main course. The vampire went around the counter while looking at her. She politely smiled as she introduced herself. Mia. I'm not sure how to properly address you, Mr. Van Arndt. Leave and take this little creature with you. Stay out of Old Town. I'm afraid not. I insist on meeting with your leader. The book dealer squinted. Tell him my name and the reason I came here. If by the end of your meeting he is disappointed, then you're going to absolutely hate your stay in Prague. Tomorrow, midnight, come to the middle of Charles Bridge. I don't think I should be asking questions. But I don't want to miss out on the opportunity to get information. I'm curious of what she's going to say. Oh, Lord. I'm listening. You are? Interesting. What is your name? Does your clan support book dealers? I'm not even asking him his name. I mean, if he wanted to give us his name, he would have. And he didn't even care about my name. So, aside from that, the former owner relinquished the shop along with his blood. Do you have a problem with that? Oh, no. Goodbye. Okay. So they killed the owner. Mia was not surprised by Max's reaction. I don't believe them. Do we have any other choice? The three of us go and ask them to hand over the casket, politely or otherwise. If there's a chance to negotiate, I think it's worth a shot. And what if you get killed? Why would they? Can you imagine what might be going through the minds of ancient blood-sucking things? Even among themselves, they're considered freaks. They're not freaks, they're just different. Look, if we can get them as allies, or even simply like us, then we'll be able to count on their help. I wouldn't get my hopes up. At least I won't get in the way. It's not my first time trying to convince someone. Victor also knows his way around negotiating. Max shook his head and smirked. Seems like you've already decided. It's not entirely. You aren't being completely honest. Van Art, what are the risks in your opinion? There's a possibility of things going horribly wrong, although I wouldn't panic just yet. I'm going to leave you two. As soon as the door behind him closed, Mia hugged Max. He pulled her closer and kissed her. Max? Thank you. For what? For always being by my side. How do you feel about taking a load off and going for a proper walk around Prague? And then we could see it during the day. Is that a statue or like one of those people that are just like really good at holding really still? He was holding a colorful leaflet. According to this guide, there are lots of sights to see in Prague, and we're skipping all of them. It's fine though. They're not the most interesting. How do you know that? Because we will be taking a look at these ones. She burst out laughing. Oh God. If we go there, then soon we'll come upon the Wenceslas Square. Lead the way. They joined the stream of people hurrying along the streets. There was commotion everywhere, life was bustling. Despite its ancient history, Prague was filled with young energy. Soon enough, Max's sunny mood rubbed off on Mia. The town was very welcoming, presenting itself in a magnificent glory. Mia and Max were lively in discussing what they were seeing. Wenceslas Square seems more like a big boulevard. What do you think of the dancing house? I didn't really like it. It's all sort of broken, twisted, awkward. What about Europe style in general? Honestly? It's come sightseeing, sure. To live here, absolutely not. It's colorful here, but a bit too cramped. He then showed her a sculpture. Mia glanced at it, but didn't see anything extraordinary. As they approached the statue, Max suddenly lunged toward it with a shout. She moved! The statue shuddered, shook itself off, and threateningly shook its head at Max, then returned to his original position. I knew it! You're not supposed to scare them, no. Giggles were heard all around. You're going against traditions. The live statues are supposed to scare people, not the other way around. Nah, it's good for them. Keep them on their toes. Towards midday, Mia's feet got tired from all the walking. She was getting extremely hungry. I would be extremely sleepy. She was up all night long. Then she's walking around during the day. And then we're going to be going out late tonight. When is people sleep? After they had lunch in an open-air restaurant, they continued along. As they were walking along one of the streets, he offered, "Let's go inside the shop over there." Why that specific one? You'll see. It was a small jeweler's shop. Pick anything you like. It won't be fair if the only thing you get out of this trip is another tattered piece of paper. In the display cases, there was arranged various jewelry made out of dark red garnets. The Czech Republic is known for these stones, and I just want to give you a gift. God, he's so cute. A garnet bracelet, a garnet necklace, or a garnet ring. Interesting. Okay. I want the necklace. Right? Yeah, that one's cool. I think this is really cute. Thank you so much, Max. Looks good on you. Let's walk around some more. You received a gift from Max thanks to your close relationship with him. Huh. Interesting. I can't imagine going this far into the game and not having a close relationship with him. I suppose if you had been... Well, no, because they make you choose between him and Victor, like, in season 2. I don't know. I guess if you hadn't done certain things. Either case, I'm glad I got the good things. Let's walk around some more. Uh-huh. On the way back to the hotel, Mia insisted on stopping by the local beauty salon. Max had no choice but to submit to her wishes. Having looked at the countless magazines with haircut photos in them, she came to the conclusion that she doesn't want to have anything done with her hair. Then the stylist offered piercing. Okay. Interesting. Bright makeup and brow piercing. Bright makeup and nose piercing. Nude makeup and brow piercing. Nude makeup and nose piercing. Ooh, okay. So I should decide if I want a brow piercing or a nose one. I might go with the brow. Probably the nude makeup. Or skip the piercing. I don't like the bright makeup. Not on her. The nude makeup looks pretty good. I like the brow. And plus this gives me new makeup. Yeah. When he saw the result, Max said, Mia, I hope you don't go too far into this one. Far into this one. So you know I'll come out with like a million piercings everywhere. That will be hilarious. In this place, there was arranged various jewelry made out of dark red garnets. Huh? It's cloudy again. Should I take an umbrella? Mia, look at me. She stopped and turned around. All of a sudden, he grabbed her by the hand and pulled her towards him. Wrapping her in his embrace, he greedily kissed her. Max, what came over you? I can't hold it in anymore. I want you. She tried to catch his gaze. They weren't just little flickers. His eyes were engulfed in flames of desire. Max? With a single motion, he took off his t-shirt and picked Mia up. A couple of steps, and Mia fell on the soft bed. What, are you crazy? Victor is waiting for me. And? She flipped her hair back. He could wait a bit longer. He absolutely could wait a bit longer. Sorry. He smiled predatorily. You little feisty. You know, I never taken time to notice his new pendant thing. Looks like a bird person. Am I looking at that wrong? Looks like a little person. I don't know. You little feisty. He ran his hand along her hip, caressing her back and tickling her waist. They kissed and immediately got to business. Arousal quickly took hold of Mia. She felt the heat of his body as she was kissing his neck, his chest and neck. Pushing her fingernails against his shoulders, she dragged her hands down a bit. He arched his back as he let out a low roar. He was no longer holding himself back and began tearing off her clothes. Fiercely greedy in his tenderness. Uncontrollable. Tireless in attentiveness. Her every caress he was returned twofold. I like the look. I like the look. It's great on me. A tight embrace, entwining their bodies into one. I love that bit. They knocked down a pile of clothes down from the bed. Mia grabbed the headboard, trying to get more comfortable on the pillows. Tensed up hands and a raised chest made her look even more attractive. He leaned over her and spread her legs. Him being so close and her deep breath. He pulled her into a fiery tornado of passion, a dizzying escalation, a world consumed by motion. Fiercely, insanely. Then Max slowed down the tempo. Mia already knew, since she had come to understand him, the tension and the controlled breathing. He wants to be with me as long as possible. He's balancing over the edge. For me. He's about to... A slight spasm in the bottom of the stomach, and she was engulfed in pleasant shivering. His moans followed shortly after. Time ceased to exist. They were the only thing I left. and they felt great. I love Max. As she was about to leave, she whispered into his ear, "Darling, I'm sorry. You're precious to me, and I do like you." He inquisitively looked at her and clarified, "You like me and I'm precious to you? That's it?" Your relationship with Max is exceptionally close. Why are they telling me these things? What would happen if we're not? I don't want y'all to say I don't want to know what would happen. Okay, I'm a little curious about what would happen if we weren't that close, but I mean, I'm glad that we are. Mia stammered as she wasn't expecting the sudden turn in the discussion. He interpreted that in his own way. Alright, that's not important right now. That's not what you should be thinking about. Oh, I know what she's trying to say. She's trying to say I love you, but she's nervous about it. That's right, they haven't said it yet. Not what you should be thinking about right now. Go. She slipped out of the hotel room. Interesting, interesting. I like it. What was he expecting to hear? What am I feeling towards him exactly? He didn't talk about that either. Is it important? Who am I to him? How much does he need me? How much do I need him, for that matter? She spent a few seconds with closed eyes, listening to her own emotions. This is absolutely not what I need to think about right now. Feelings, doubts, do they ever come at the right time? Perhaps. Max Fall, I love. As though scared by her own thoughts, Mia rubbed her face. She was scared to accept the decision already made by her heart. First and foremost, I need to focus on the ash. Everything good? Yes, let's go. Okay. Here we go. Ow! I'm trying to, like, crack my knuckles. Dude, might hurt my hand. Like, a lot. Soon enough, me and Victor were once again on the Charles.
Bruh.
I'm so sorry. That really hurt. The vampire whom Mita started calling the book dealer arrived right on time. Book dealer. Greetings. Hello. Mr. Ash. Are you ready? Yes. Before we go, I must ask you to give me your phones. Victor, without a question, took out his phone and extracted the memory card. He then handed over the phone. Here you go. Okay. In this day and age, the likelihood of not having a phone is very unlikely, so that would be a stupid thing to say. Ask why they need the phone is a dumb question. I think we can guess that, so we might as well just give up the phone. Mia followed Victor's example. I didn't know my phone was red. The Ash extended his hand over the railing and the phones went straight into the river. He could have just kept them. I'm gonna go broke by the end of the summer. Like, what phone is this? How many times has she lost her phone? Is this like already like her fourth phone? Maybe I think it's her third. But now I'm on my fourth. Broke by the end of the summer. Follow me. As they left the bridge, they continued walking along the river. Then he turned towards the riverfront where a boat was waiting for them. Caspar was waiting next to the ramp with what looked like a metal detector. A metal detector? For what? They're vampires. What are we gonna do? Shoot them? They'll just heal. I know, because I was shot with a high-powered rifle. Pretty much a big-ass hole in my stomach. And I healed. I know they can. What's up with the metal detector? What are they thinking that we're gonna have that's gonna hurt them? As far as I know in this story, none of the supernatural beings have any, like, oh, they're allergic to silver or some kind of shit like that. That's weird. Lift your arms. He checked both Victor and Mia with it. All clear. Everyone boarded the boat. Before departing, Ash blindfolded Mia. The mortal cannot see the way there. Alright, whatever. Victor was gonna tell me anyway. It took some time for them to arrive at their destination. Finally there, they climbed off the boat. Victor was leading Mia by the hand. Mr. Ash, you have thrown the phone into the river to keep the location of your clan house a secret? It's the same reason why you blindfolded me, but Victor still sees everything. He deserves trust. However, someone still might be tracking his phone. There was a sharp metallic screech. As they were descending the stairs, their steps kept getting louder, and Mia understood they had entered a room. Victor? I'm here. Finally, someone's hands undid the blindfold. And there he is. Okay, so not Angel Mora. Makes sense. He's cuter. Okay, greetings. In the middle of the big hall, a man was sitting in a comfortable chair. That seems to be the leader of the Ash. There were a few other vampires nearby, and only one of them was a woman. Alrighty. I welcome you to the Ash Clan. You know what? All of them have red eyes. I welcome you to the Ash Clan house. Victor responded with a somewhat ceremonious tilt of the head. Thank you for receiving us. I'm definitely gonna bow. I just don't know if I should be silent about it. I don't know. Dang it, this is a long chapter, dude. I don't want to have to go back. Oh, Lord. I'm going to have to go back because I already know I'm going to do something wrong. Silently bow. Do I want to prove I have some gumption by saying something? Or... or no, keep my mouth shut. I'm gonna say something. Oh God. Somewhat clumsily but diligently, she bowed. Greetings. The vampire's expression became a little less hostile. Okay. Our reputation with the Ash Clan has increased. Okay. Good. All right. Now that we've respected all pleasantries, let's get to business. Recently, you came to Prague accompanied by a werewolf and immediately began visiting the Immortals' establishments. You were looking for us, that I am aware of. Star Mesto is our home, but we're well aware of what's going on in this town as a whole, keeping an eye on the local vampires, so to speak. He connected his fingers and propped his chin on them. I've heard about you, Mr. Van Art. What do you have planned for the old world this time? And how are the Ash involved? What do you have planned for the old world this time? What did Victor do? Oh my God! About 20 years ago, you received a package, a casket with a manuscript inside. We're here to take it. Why should we give it to you? Could the discussion be a bit more private? The leader barely motioned his palm. A minute later, aside from him, the only Ash remaining in the hall were the woman and the young man. I like his hair. You promised this meeting would disappoint. You mentioned the casket has slightly intrigued me. Victor, may I? Go ahead. I'm not going to tell them they need to do anything. It's one of the 4 parts of a split prophecy. What? It's true. The prophecy directly refers to me. I'm certain Luca Marrow believed that you'd make the right decision. Well, well. He got up and approached me as though wanting to get a closer look at her. So did you, who has passed by death. Did you lose your fate? That part of the text is fake. However, I think you already knew that. Actually, it didn't pass me by. My fate is a mess right now, though. So what has happened? The Moonborn came to us. Mr. Van Art? I'm listening. What's your part in the story? Let's just say, Mia's a good friend of mine. Things are getting more and more interesting. And what of the werewolf? We're close. Well then, if the matter directly involves the Moonborn, it's only fair to conduct business with her. With all due respect, Mr. Van Art, I must ask you not to not interfere. Take this as an ultimatum in order to further our acquaintance. Oh no! Like I said earlier, I've only been feeling safe because Victor has been here. Are they gonna send him away? I don't like it. I'm nervous. Oh Lord. Because we don't know. I don't think they're working with Angel Mora because he seemed really upset when he found out that I was going to near them, and he thought that was a problem, that we shouldn't be connected. However, we don't know what they want to do with the Moonborn. Oh, she's under my protection. This made the other vampire wave his hands in the air. Oh, don't worry. The clan isn't a threat to the young lady if she's telling the truth. I'm telling the truth, and I can prove it. Naturally. We have to make sure that you are the one you claim to be. How? Everything has a price or a sacrifice attached to it. I, for instance, sacrificed my time and those dear to me to earn the position I'm in, to become who I am right now. What about you, Mia? Are you ready to sacrifice something in order to attain your goal? What do you mean? I just want to make sure that in front of me is a person capable of sacrifice. The werewolf waiting for you at the hotel would do nicely. No! My sister. The vampiress immediately appeared by his side. She's a bit of a gourmet. She's tried many different people and a lot of animals. Do you try to eat him? Truth be told, some of them were painful to watch. However, she hasn't had a chance to taste the werewolf. Fuck you! Oh, wait, like drink his blood? What? No. Hell no. Let her drink of his blood. No. Not all of it. Just a taste would be enough. I promise the wolf will remain alive. I know why they need this. They told me the point. They want to know what I'm willing to. I don't like this. Look, and I'm not gonna make any decisions for Max like that. You know what I mean? Like, I know he would do it if I asked him to, if I needed him to. But that's not the point. You know what I mean? I don't want to put him in that position. He's already in that position. Oh my god. So what would happen if you're with Victor? Would they ask to drink from Victor? At least he's here to have a say in it. Like, oh, I don't like this. These people are smarmy. Is there no other way? Unfortunately, there are no other werewolves in Prague. I can go get one. Samantha comes to mind easily. You can have her, for sure. I wouldn't even care. Max won't agree to this. What am I going to tell him? I understand that for a werewolf, something like this may be insulting, humiliating even. But I'm counting on you to be able to reason with him. Oh, I can offer my blood? Excuse me? Like, I don't know how this kind of affects the story, but I would much rather offer myself up as a sacrifice than Max. I would gladly give my life for him. Like, you know? If it was me, you know what I mean? If I was Mia in this story. I know he doesn't have to die, but still, like, I would take the risk. I don't like that. I would never want to ask him to do that. That's like, You know, it's enough that he's willing to, observe their rules in a sense and, like, work with Victor as it is. Like, you know what I mean? Nah. You won't get another chance to taste the blood of the Moonborn. Besides, there are plenty of werewolves out in the world. You can always try that later. How about that? Worried about your friend? You said it yourself. This only involves me. Then settle things with me. Mia. It's okay, Victor. I know what I'm doing. She turned to the leader once again and tilted her head back, exposing her neck. The vampiress leaned in but didn't touch her. Only her hair tickled Mia's neck. Aren't you scared? No. The noble and courageous were always my weakness. Does that mean you're not gonna make me go get Max? My applause to the brave guest. As to not turn this all into a farce, we'll settle this without blood today. Before walking away from her, the vampiress whispered into Mia's ear. Don't do that. You smell nice. Thanks. Is that it? No. Don't worry, Mia. I won't take up much more of your attention than necessary. Sister. Yes? Tomorrow at sunset, you'll pick up this young lady from her hotel, and you'll bring her here. Are you not prepared for me right now? Mr. Van Art, I hope you didn't notice how nobody laid a finger on your friend here, even though she was very provocative. We'll continue talking further only with her. Max was not gonna like that. They were led back out via the same lane back to Charles Bridge. Good night to you. Goodbye. Until tomorrow. Okay. I'm glad I was able to get Max out of that. Yeah, so what is this cat? They returned to the hotel by taxi. There was an expensive car with tinted windows parked near the entrance. Without paying much attention to it, me and Victor passed it by. The car door opened behind them and Van Art turned around swiftly. And immediately asked in amazement, Xander? It's you? What the fuck is he doing here? Greetings, Victor. Mia? That's suspicious. What are you doing here? Hello? Two more people emerged from the back seat. One of them was familiar. Hey, Sophia. How did they find out we were in Prague? Sophia von Geltz? Victor. I'm so glad to see you. Mia, you still traveling across Europe? Yes. Hello. Victor turned to Sophia's companion. They briefly embraced. Allow me to introduce you? Just no last names. Mine has nothing to boast about compared to yours. Dude, this dude looks translucent. Like, he's, like, withering away and disappearing right in front of us. He looks sickly. Are you okay, sir? It's like they turned him into a vampire, like, right on the brink of death. Then I enunciate the first syllable. Arthur, my old friend. Arthur. Old and loyal. Old and loyal. Mia. I've heard about you and I'm very intrigued. Pleasure meeting you, Mia. Same here. Victor, forgive us for the unexpected visit. Why haven't you called? Did something happen? The vampires tried to explain it away with, it sort of just happened. We were close by, found out you were here, and decided to come to visit you. Victor responded dryly. I don't like your tone. Sophia immediately changed her manner of speaking. Sorry, Arthur and I need to talk to you. Will you join us in the car? You know what? I can give them the benefit of the doubt and believe that they're loyal to Victor. And they might be trying to warn him that they found out something about Agatha being after me and trying to gather some people to come and take me out. And they could be trying to warn him to stay away from me because being around me is dangerous. However, they also could be luring him away so that Agatha has a clear shot at me and attack me because they don't care about the werewolf. They don't think Max is worth anything, could do anything. I don't trust him. Seems like Victor escaped Europe for a good reason. Please wait. I will walk Mia back to the room and return. It's not a problem. Wait for Victor outside. Huh. I'm gonna wait. Xander, will you keep me company? With pleasure. As soon as it was just the two of them, she asked him. Xander, how did you find us? Is there reason to worry? Is there reason to worry? No, Mia. Great. So what happened? The thing is, he glanced at the car. The situation's pretty complicated. And don't beat around the bush. Looks like Van Art is fond of you, so it won't hurt to tell you. It's not that big of a secret, but did you know that he's a very powerful vampire? Yeah, I'm very much getting that impression. Absolutely. Yes. Great. You see, Victor Van Art was supposed to take place of the Prince of Amsterdam. Yeah, I think we heard that before. Many were counting on it, but he stepped aside and gave the post to Alan Ravel. Many of those loyal to Victor and some of the more ambitious vampires weren't pleased with this outcome, since they wanted him to be the new prince. So, you want to... No. He won't start a conflict with Ravel. We found out that he was in Europe once again, and in Prague of all places, where there's no official power. Perhaps he would consider coming back from his voluntary exile. What, and be the Prince of Prague? That'd be pretty dope. I mean, I miss him. But that'd be pretty dope. Would the Ash clan be okay with that? I mean, they seem like they respect him for sure. That'd be interesting. Mia, do you know anything about his plans? No, I really don't. I don't know about that since he's here on completely unrelated business. Are you certain? He's capable of multitasking. Victor isn't terribly talkative. Victor exited the car. Sophia followed after him. Xander, it was a pleasure meeting with you. However, I'm sorry, but I have to go. If you stick around town, perhaps we can talk sometime later. Victor, it's obvious. You won't be able to just stand aside and spectate. I thought I made myself perfectly clear. Oh, okay. So this is what they're here for, okay. So they're just here out of loyalty for him, and they want him in a place of power because everybody really respects him. Who is Victor? Dude, like, we've known this dude the entire story. And this is shocking. Like, I get the feeling even if you romance Victor, this would still be, like, just information that's just coming out. I thought I made myself perfectly clear. Mia, let's go. He doesn't want power, like, at all. I'm just wondering, like, why specifically. Like, there's nothing wrong with him not wanting power. I'm just like, why specifically? Like, did he turn that down? Like, why? Just not interested? Or it seems like there's something more that happened. Are you alright? What happened to the phones? Everything is alright. Mia told him about the meeting with the Ash clan. I got the perfect chance to repay the blood debt. And instead, you were about to give up your own blood? You've already paid it back! Of course. Your relationship with Max has improved. Yay! I like that. Thank you. So he understands. You know, I didn't want to put him in that position. I think that would be a really bad idea. We did it good. We did it good, guys. You're crazy. Victor warned Max about the arrival of his friends. Trouble? Friends. Well, you know, there are some friends worse than most enemies. Such an accurate expression. There's nothing to worry about, at least for now. What bothers me is how quickly they figured out that I was in the Czech Republic. That means that others also could have. Angel Moore, for instance. For instance, yes. Okay, I'm glad we're aware that that's a high possibility. So we can kind of be on a little bit of alert, you know? As soon as Van Art left, Max said, "You're going to the clan house alone. I don't like it." "I have to. It's their condition. Shrub their temples. This prophecy and Mora, I need to figure it all out. Preferably before Mora gets here." "Hey, who's the hero?" "I am." "That's right. And you're gonna tear them a new one." Oh my god! I love him so much! Just leave one alive and let this be a warning for the others, okay? That was a long episode. Yeah, okay. I hadn't played it, so I get diamonds now. Yay! Okay, interesting. This is a long episode. That took me a while to play. I probably gonna leave this one as a one-off. This one's pretty long. Okay, learning more and more. I'm telling you, they're like, we're unpacking a lot of crap about Victor for sure. These summaries are like super short and just like, Mia proves herself. That's it. Ain't giving nothing else away. Okay, we finally know who this guy is. We don't know his name, but his Ash Clan leader. My computer's going off. I'm learning a lot about Victor, dude. I wonder if he's gonna take over. Like eventually, they could talk him into it. I think it'll be kind of cool. But I can understand him not wanting to at the same time. But yeah, like I said, I'm just really curious as to why. What happened? Like, what happened here? Like, he's been into some stuff. Ooh, I'm 37 minutes away from getting more ads. I can't believe that they were going to try to drink from Max. Nah, I'm never going to let them have a taste of Max. No, absolutely not. That really upset me. That like really upset me. I was like, no. No. And I'm glad that he was okay, that he was happy. And saying that improved our relationship, that means he really didn't want to do that, like, a lot. Because I know he hates when I put myself at risk, but, like, the fact that he smiled about that, that means he really wouldn't like that. I would have hated to have seen that scene of telling him that he needed to go and feed this crazy lady. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and end it for now. I'm happy with how things are going. Very glad. Okay. I don't think Victor's friends are here for ill, so we'll just see what happens. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and show the like button some love. Subscribe to see more content like this, and I will see you next time. Bye!